Blake and I, after the success of the Beast Burger video, wanted to do another short form video, but this time, because it's 2021, one thing that we thought would be interesting was actually breaking down the top 5 channels that Blake and I think will break through in 2021.
What went into us deciding to even highlight these channels?
Yeah, just a few caveats. We eliminated kids channels. Maybe we'll put that on a second video. The places that we see value going forward is really places that we identified, like business, education, food channels are gonna blow up in 2021. YouTube as an audience is slowly getting older. Obviously there's a young audience on YouTube, but we think that 20, 30, 40-year-olds are finally realizing that there's content for them on this platform. And thus, some of the channels that we're gonna talk about are the ones that we think will benefit from an older audience.
We definitely tried to pick ones that were below 1 million at least. That was really our main criteria. I think we've put together an awesome list.
The first channel that we picked is Gappa Girl. There's a few reasons why Blake and I like this channel. One, we think that over the next few years, India is going to be incredibly important in the growth of YouTube. We just saw YouTube release shorts in India, then came to America and people are starting to utilize it. But the biggest channels currently on YouTube, and T-Series being at the top, are based in India. Not only do we think that it is a massively growing market, we think that they'll start to find different types of content that interest them. And food, to us, is one of those spaces that is just primed to blow up.
It's actually pretty amazing. Her videos do really well. I think she's at 309,000 subscribers as of today. 4 videos are all over 250K views, and with one getting as high as 700K views. A lot of it is really just like content of her trying out new foods in India, or maybe cooking some, and a lot of that type of content. Before we jumped on this, we were talking about like, maybe let's cover some of the good and the bad. Like, we do think it's going to blow up. I mean, like, we think that she's doing a lot of things right. Is there anything in specific that we think she could do better?
Yeah, her content's amazing. She'll continually have to evolve and come up with creative ideas. I think the one place is, maybe this is just my preference, I'm not a fan of like the 4 different pictures in one single thumbnail. It's something that I really haven't seen yet on a lot of food channels. It'll be interesting to see if she kind of evolves into a more traditional thumbnail, like maybe like what Aguga Foods does. I think that's one area that she should try and focus on, of like, how do I create better thumbnails that really tell the story of what my videos are?
And maybe this is just culturally something different, you know? Like, maybe it's something else that people were getting used to. Like you said, the actual content of the video is fantastic, and so I think that's what's carrying it through.
Excited to see how this channel does in 2021. I'm confident she'll be over 1 million subscribers, and we'll see where it goes from there. Channel number 2, and this is kind of getting into that thing that you and I talked about, which is business and education channels. Black Hustlers Club is our second channel that we think will have a breakout year. Business and education is completely undersaturated on YouTube. There's a massive space right now. Graham Stephan does a really good job. We've seen his rise over the course of the past few years. There's a space within business, education, teaching people about investing, real estate. I think kids are becoming more interested in these spaces. They want to know how to invest in the stock market. They want to know how to start their own Shopify account. And I just think more kids are going to gravitate towards this type of content.
I've always talked about this, where like specifically finance is one of those topics that is just not covered in school. How do I make money? How do I pay taxes? What do I do once I get out of high school? We've started to see that people really do actually want to learn that, and YouTube ends up becoming a good place for that. But I think that specifically Black Hustlers Club is really interesting, because he's like approaching it in a way of like, let's go after these side hustles. Like, this is a channel that we are calling will blow up at 84K subscribers. So like, this is early. And I think that if he continues to upload consistently and lean into these things, like these challenge videos, he'll do really well.
For the amount of subs he has, like, people are very active in clicking on his videos, which is a very good sign. Thumbnails are a little cluttered. There's a lot going on in a few of these thumbnails. There's pictures of money, and it's really hard to see the money because it blends into the background. I think he'll eventually find his thumbnail style. I think the other thing too is like, his titling becomes a little easier as he posts more content. They're a little too long-winded on the wording of the title. It should be very simple and to the point.
I think it's just what we talked about before with Gappa. It's leaning into, you know, what's working, but really refining the thumbnails and titles will be a big part of it for his channel.
We're betting on him at 84,000 subs. We think he's going to have a breakout year in 2021.
The third person we're going to highlight is a guy named Mike Shake. Probably the one that we have the most conviction will break out this year. Mike Shake's content for context, is he posts a video, I believe it's weekly, highlighting a new skill that he's trying to learn, whether that's like how he falls asleep really quickly or building a PC like without ever having experience building a PC. The videos are concise, but the thumbnails are phenomenal. Same with the titles. I think it's already starting to show. Like this one might even be a little bit of a cheat because his videos are performing so well, but he's only at 538,000 subscribers as of right now, and I think he's gonna really take off this year.
Couldn't agree more. I found this channel probably 6 months ago, and I really took time to watch his content, and he really understands how to edit. I don't know if he has an editor. I don't know if he edits all by himself. If he does, then he is a phenomenal editor. His videos flow incredibly well. One thing that I notice about a lot of YouTubers is that on a 10-minute video, sometimes on like the 5 to 6 minute mark, you're kind of over the video. I didn't really have that problem. I enjoyed watching the whole video. I couldn't be more high on, you know, the opportunity that I think he has in front of him as a content creator. If he continues to come up with good ideas, I think that is going to be the one question mark. How many good ideas can he put out in 2021?
He seems very, very ambitious, and I'm excited to see where this channel goes.
Number 4, Tucker Doss. So this may be a bit of a homer pick because he just did 2 videos with Mr. Beast. But the one thing that I noticed about his content after taking a peek is, and I don't know if we call it trend jacking, but he's doing a good job of utilizing people that are already popular on the platform and then coming up with really interesting and unique ideas and then bringing them into that. One of those was with Jimmy, where he biked across America to deliver a penny. That's something that honestly Jimmy would have done. I think he's gonna figure out, it's gonna all come down to consistently good ideas, and that's what's gonna make him break out in 2021. But I think he has such a good understanding of that already that I'm excited to watch.
He's at 250K subs right now. I don't know what he was at before the Jimmy video. Obviously, it's not super scalable to make every one of your videos where you're actually devoting 30 days to it, but I think it was a good sign or signal to the future that he is very serious about becoming a full-time creator. Biggest question is just like, can he figure out how to continue to make these really interesting videos?
When you do videos like this, the issue becomes like upload cadence. Just looking at his channel, he's only uploaded 6 times in the past 5 months. As you continue to come up with these big ideas and you're biking across America, are you able to consistently upload at least 2 to 3 good videos a month? And maybe it's only 1, maybe it's only 2, but if you're only uploading once a month, each video has to be a banger. It can't be a video that falls flat. And so for him, you know, this will be really interesting to see how many times he uploads in 2021. I hope it's more than 30. I'll set that bar for him at 30 uploads for the year, and we'll see if he can hit it. But if he uploads more than 30 times in 2021 and each of those videos does, I don't know, 500,000 plus views and continually gets better, like I have a lot of hope that he'll be at 2 to 3 million subscribers, if not more, by the end of 2021.
I'd say Tucker has potential to probably be like one of the most mainstream creators within this, and I'm curious to see if Tucker just continues to lean into collabs and what type of trends he jumps onto next.
Creator number 5, Joel Haver. If you go to his social blade, he had a crazy last 60 days. Massive explosion of views, of sub growth. He's been doing this for a long time. He currently has 415,000 subscribers as we're filming this video. But what really to me has made him break out as a creator is this animation. They're all doing incredibly well.
His content is weekly shorts or comedy skits. It's very clear that the medium that is working the best for him right now to tell these skits and stories is this animation. He has a really unique style, and in the past week he's uploaded 3 videos. 2 of those videos were actual human skits and 1 was the animated one. The 2 that were human are sitting around maybe 100K views each, but the actual animated one is at 1.8 million views. And for Joel, it's just continuing to lean into that. And if he does, I think this channel can, I mean, the sky's the limit.
Without question. We know animation does well. You can still post the skits. I would probably put him on a different channel, but if he doubles down on animation this year, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if he was at 6, 7, 8 million subscribers by the end of this year.
If he actually is just doing the animated stuff and no one even really needs to know his real identity, almost dreamlike, and that's another interesting element that I think could take this channel to the moon.
So those are the 5 channels, guys, that we think are going to have breakout years in 2021. Would love to see what you guys think. Would love to hear what channels you guys think are going to break out in 2021. Link them down below. I'd love to go through them. I spend a lot of time on YouTube as well as Blake, and we love looking at new channels. Link them down below, and thanks for watching this video.
Yeah, thank you.